Welcome. I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be about the time that I dated the guy that was crazy. Well, if you haven't watched the last video, go back and watch that video so then you'll know what I'm talking about. In this video, there was this guy. Remember I told y'all that I met the guy through the other two dudes or whatever. But yeah, so I started talking to him, whatever. Everything was cool at first. He was very chilled, relaxed, blah, 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 at the beginning. Okay. Like we would talk on the phone, stuff like that, laugh, just talk about random school stuff, you know what I mean? Like drama, whatever. He was a cool person. Things didn't really go downhill until I'll say maybe it wasn't even that long. It was like maybe like a week or two and stuff kind of got a little iffy, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if y'all remember, but well, if you've seen the last video, you know exactly what I'm talking about him seeing me at the store or whatever, you know what I mean? And saying, hey, I saw you with the red shirt on today type stuff. So that happened, whatever. I kind of like brushed it off. Even though that should have been the first red flag right there, I still brushed it off. Still talking to him, whatever. I kind of, how can I put it? I confronted him, but not confronted him. So I basically was just like, that was a little weird. You know what I mean? That you brought up seeing me at the store and you didn't speak. Like, so where did you see me at? Like, were you hiding behind a bush? Were you behind a tree? Like, where were you? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know you were there. You know what I mean? And you don't say anything until I'm walking back home, which is even more creepy. Like, what's up? And he was just like, nah, I just seen that you were busy, so I ain't want to say nothing, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to let you know that I had seen you. So just that by itself was just a little bit off for me. I guess I shrugged it off. You know what I mean? I shrugged it off because me and my personal experience having anxiety, maybe he was just nervous to say something. No, I was just trying to like overlook it because I didn't want to assume he was just a stalker off of one incident. You know what I mean? But let me tell y'all, if somebody says something that's weird or does something that's weird or whatever, call them on it at the beginning. Don't drag it out because it's only going to get worse. When I tell you this video is going to be worse, it's going to get worse. And y'all see in a minute. So that's what I'm saying. Please, your first red flag, open your eyes and be like, all right, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to take some steps back, something. Don't be like me, okay? Don't be like me. Second incident was the mailbox situation. So I'm checking the mail, blah, 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 like I usually do. Because at this point, I'm at my grandma's house. So checking the mail, whatever. And literally, like, I get a message when I go back in the house. Oh, I seen you out there checking the mail. All right. See, sir, you already said something crazy with the stove. Now you know where I live at. So that means what I'm assuming, you guys, he followed me from the store to my house. And I didn't even realize. In what car, I don't know, because there was no car, like, out there following me. Because I would have seen that. I mean, it's a car. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming maybe he walked. Maybe he lives in the area. But what was weird... Dang, my freaking nose ring. But what was weird to me was the fact of, like, I never told this dude where I lived at. So how in the world did you know what store I was at? How in the world did you know I was checking the mailbox? Like, how did you know any of that stuff unless you're just a weirdo? You know what I mean? Like, he knew stuff that even the guy that I was talking to at the beginning, my main dude, didn't even know. We get on the phone. I'm just like, dude, like, how did you know I was checking the mail? First, it was the store. Now it's the mail. How do you know that? Like, is somebody telling you something? Are you an FBI agent? Like, what is it? How do you know this stuff? Like, do I have a tracker? I mean, this is stuff that, like, how? And he just was like, oh, I was riding by the area. How? There's no way you was riding by. And you see me checking the mail, dude? Come on, like, stop with the games, bro. And he was just like, yeah, it was just a situation. Like, I don't even know. Like, you just so happen to be outside. Bro, and I continue to talk to this dude. Still. Even knowing that he was already weird. You know what I mean? Trying to ignore it. I'm like, all right, well, dude is funny. He is cool. He is attractive. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And two, I guess me being in middle school, like, I really didn't know the severity of the situation. Dude could have kidnapped me, you know what I'm saying? Could have took me back to his, just any crazy situation, like, could have happened. And I just didn't realize how serious it was. I'm just thinking like, oh, well, maybe he just likes me a lot or something. No, dude was obsessed. Dude was obsessed. So, fast forward, third incident. So there was a situation in my classroom where somebody asked me, hey, did you know, let me see what name I'm going to give him, Jonathan. Do you know Jonathan or whatever? And I was just like, oh, I know of a person named that. Because mind y'all, I couldn't just be like, oh, yeah, this is a dude I've been talking to, because I still had my main dude. It was just like, I didn't want to say too much on the situation. I just was like, yeah, I know of a person named Jonathan. Which that should have struck me as weird as well. All the signs were there, guys. Like, I don't know if I had some blinders on. I don't know what it was. I think it was just the fact of me liking him so much. And I'm like, man, you know, he does talk to me all the time. And, you know, he does kind of like, because he was always like complimenting me and just, and I ain't gonna lie, middle school, my self-esteem was kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I really didn't like myself as much. Like I thought I was okay, but I really didn't like myself a lot. You know what I mean? So I think what it was I just liked the attention. You know what I mean? I liked the attention, and he really was going above and beyond. Honestly, he was doing more than my main dude was doing. When I get home, you know, I kind of asked him about it. I was like, hey, somebody asked me, did I know you today or whatever? And he was like, oh, that's weird. Is it weird, or did you set me up? Is it strange, sir? I feel like it's you, because, and at the time, I still kind of was thinking it was weird, but I was just like, well, I mean, he said it's weird, so. Bro, it was a setup, bro. It was him. It was him. It was him telling people to watch me. It was him telling people we were talking. It was, the whole situation was him, bro. Whole situation was him. So, that ain't even when it gets crazy. I know y'all probably already like, girl, why was you still talking to him? But that's not the crazy part. All of that is normal compared to what is about to happen. So, all right, my parents end up putting me in this after school program for whatever reason. I don't know if they just needed more time away from me, or if it was a situation where I just wasn't doing my work. I don't know what it was, but I was at after school. So I'm after school, and my teacher's there, blah, blah, blah. But he says, today, we got somebody coming in to help me. He's going to be like a little helper, blah, blah, blah. I just want y'all to guess who it was. I'm listening. Y'all think it was Jonathan? It was Jonathan. So my whole face, I'm like, you know, I'm in shock. I'm like, oh my God, this dude is here at my freaking school, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't even supposed to be at my school. He's in high school. But I didn't know that high schools could go, you know, high schoolers could go and help like the middle schoolers or whatever with assignments and stuff. So I'm just in this bit like, what do I do? What do I say? Like, oh my God, this dude is here. Mind you, I hadn't met none of the other guys, because remember, I told y'all previously, my parents are crazy. Okay, so I wasn't just meeting dudes and none of that, especially not in middle school, you know what I mean? But here we are, face to face. He goes to all the other desks first, so my heart is like, he gets to my desk, and he's like, what's up, Jessica? You need some help? And I'm like, I mean, it was crazy, but I was kind of like, you know, like I kind of like them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what you gonna help me with? What problem you gonna help me with? What you gonna do? I need help with all that. What's up? Meanwhile, I had this one friend in there in after school, and I kind of told her, because I was just like, well, I gotta let somebody know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to hold everything in, but I was like, let me let her know, you know? So I was just like, yeah, me and him, you see him? that grown man over there, we've been talking or whatever, and I don't know, I mean, I kind of like him and stuff, but I just think it's weird. Like, he's literally here teaching, like helping with us or whatever, whatever. So I kind of think it's weird that, you know what I'm saying, that he found out like where I am and stuff like that. But isn't he cute though? And she just was like, girl, he is cute. And mind y'all, he had the facial hair. He had the facial hair going. And like for middle school, when you look at them dudes in your class, man, they be having like the little peach fuzz. All they got is the little spots on they upper lip. So that ain't cute. This dude had the whole gear, you know what I'm saying? And he had a grown-up body. Like, he had the muscles going and stuff. He was tall, like he had dreads. His dreads was long, like he looked like a grown man, you know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, I might keep him around a little bit longer. I might keep him around. But this is where stuff takes off. I get home or whatever, and something just told me, I don't know, like, I wanted to kind of tell my grandma, because granted, I was putting a little bit of the pieces together. Like, I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of crazy. So I didn't tell her everything, y'all. I didn't tell her about the mailbox, because I was like, I don't want her to know that he saw me at the mailbox and all that stuff, because then she gonna be like, oh, we need to call the cops or something, and I didn't want to get him locked up. I still liked him. So I told her a little bit. So the most I told her about the store incident, and I told her about the after school situation. And she still was going ballistic, okay? She was just like, well, how did he know that you was at the store? And how did he know what time you was at the store? And why was he at your school? And I'm like, calm down. Yes, it's serious, but wait, I still like him. You know what I mean? Hold on. So she just was like, you need to let him know that it's time. You got to go. You got to separate or whatever you're gonna do. And I was just like, well, grandma, but he's cute. She was like, I don't care about him being cute, girl. You need to call him right. So, okay, get on the phone. I'm talking to him, and I'm like, hey, so I like you and stuff, right? He like, yeah, what's up? I was like, well, I mean, those different situations where you kind of just have been seeing me and finding out where I am. It's a bit much for me, and I still like you. Trust. I mean, the dedication is there. I still like the fact that you're dedicated. I still like the fact that, you know what I mean? You're willing to take risks. I mean, it sounds like a job, okay? It sounds like a job, I was just like, you did a wonderful job, and your performance was amazing, but we kind of got to end stuff, because, I mean, it's getting a little too crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he just goes off, oh, you be, and I'm going to blow your house up. And, oh, excuse me, sir. Hey, what? Hold on. I thought we was good. I mean, we still be friends. No, man, because you playing with my feelings. You playing with my emotions. Man, we done told each other we love each other. Hold on, we didn't do that. You mixing me with somebody. Hold on. I told you I liked you. You crazy? You think I'm crazy or something? You think I'm crazy because I found out where you was and all this stuff? Somebody was telling me, and I just so happy. Who was telling you, sir? Who? And you told me one time you just happened to ride by, bro. Like, he was just like, I mean, he still was going off. So I was just like, well, it's really my parents. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm putting it on them now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on me. It's them. They told me to tell you that is over with. So my grandma gets on the phone, y'all. Grandma gets on the phone. You hear me? And she's just like, Jessica, you need to tell him that it's over. And he's like, oh, F you too. And F you. Hold on. This is my grandma, sir. I know you mad with me. But you ain't got to go off on her like that. He like, oh, no, I'm going to be to y'all house. Okay, all right. Maybe we do need to call the police. And I don't believe in calling the police, man, because, like, I done lived in the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, okay? So I don't believe in calling the police, but in certain situations, and this seems like that type of situation, bro, because you're talking about blowing, you ain't even talking about shooting us, you talking about blowing us up. That's severe. Granted, shooting is severe too, but y'all know what I mean. I ain't never had nobody tell me I'm gonna blow your house up. Then I ain't never had nobody say they was gonna come after my grandma, bro. Are you serious right now? Oh, old lady. Old lady, sir. Let me tell you, my uncle ends up having to get on the phone. That's how serious it got. My uncle gets on the phone and says something to the dude, and he finally calmed down. Finally calmed down. And I ended up having to freaking unfriend him off of what it was back in the day. I think it was MySpace. Ended up having to unfriend him. I mean, he kept calling the phone for the longest, but I think I just stopped answering, and that's pretty much what it was. Because we ain't had no blocking back then, so I just had to watch him call 50 to 100 to 200 to 300 times a day. And he just eventually left, though. I guess he got the picture after a while, and that was what it was on that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Like, thank y'all so much. We almost at 300. We doing it. We doing it. And you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for liking. I appreciate y'all for commenting. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. Even if you ain't doing none of that and you just watching, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But thank y'all so much. And this is crazy, man. Like, we going up. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing better. I'm posting more. I'm trying to be more consistent. Thank y'all for riding with me. I love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And thank you. Love y'all.